Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? I felt inspired to do a read on what's coming in October, this magic, super-powered Aries, let's focus, follow through, action-orientated, fabulous energy. So we're going to have three choices, you guys. Number one is focus. For enlightenment, stay in the moment, chop wood, carry water, avoid distraction, meditate, bring unresolved issues into view. Number two, spiritual guides. How would you like to be more spiritually connected? Do you have any unresolved issues from the past? What magical qualities do you wish to possess? Number three is freedom. Free yourself from limiting beliefs and attitudes. Be an advocate of freedom so others can be free to pursue their dreams. Unshackle the chains that bind you from being the person you want to be. And I'm very, very aware that's easier said than done. But as habitual creatures, we need to rectify things that just keep us stuck, right? It's like, let's address it. Let me look at that. Yeah, I overindulge in that. I go on whatever, if you're like online too long, or, you know, you're a social media junkie, things of that nature. It's like how to utilize your time so you don't have pile up at the end of the day, or you don't have regret on how you spent your time, right? Time is really an unusual commodity. I always like to say there's enough time for everything and it's cyclical. And every once in a while, I like to do this one day a week where I just have a lost day, where I just do wherever my whimsy takes me. You know, I try to have it be completely work free. After I get everything up on social media, I'm like, oh, do I feel like going to sit at the beach? Do I feel like ordering food from this place? Do I feel like playing with the cats? Do I feel like making things? Whatever it is, I love that lost day once a week where you just follow your whims. Okay, you guys, we're going to start with number one. Come here, moonbeams. So focus. I love this card because it really is time to clear away all the clutter in our lives now and focus. We have to clear away anything or anyone that we no longer need in our space, right? Time to avoid distractions. And when we seek active distraction, we're avoiding what we know needs to be looked at, right? It's about procrastinating. Oh, I need to finish writing this chapter, so I'll just go on social media, things like that. This distraction also prevents us from healing those parts of ourselves that are hidden from our conscious mind, right? We have to address these things for growth and healing. So really start with your thoughts, okay? We can banish the internal chatter. Focus on the present. That really takes it out. It does. If you're, just say you're having a cup of coffee and a cookie, taste every sip and bite of that. Feel the temperature of the room you're in or the weather that you're outside. Hear as many things as you can. Identify through all your five senses as much as possible. That brings us into present moment awareness. That's how we wring all the fun, beautiful juice out of life and we experience it, right? Like just the first time you go out in the summer sun and you're sitting and you feel that sun on your back. It's such a lovely, amazing feeling, right? Start to feel that. Like right now I can feel the sun on my feet. I'm out in my yard and it's really beautiful. I hear all kinds of birds and crickets and the wind in the trees, and I see all the cats being silly and chasing squirrels, and it's lovely. I'm here in this moment. I'm not worried about what I'm going to make for dinner, what I'm doing tomorrow. Present moment awareness. That's all about focus, because I want to make this a fun, informative video, and I love it. And it's like, why would my brain be anywhere else, right? So we definitely have to start with our thoughts, and we need to identify if they're destructive or helpful, right? Sometimes we come in our ego's like, oh, you look ridiculous. You look, crazy in that hat, or A, B, and C, that starts to distract us and pick us apart. And just know that that's only a thought, and we don't want that to become a mood and make us feel anxious or anything like that. So identify, remove if it's unhelpful, keep if it's helpful, right? Okay, also, our subconscious is asking us to bring to light any issues that we haven't wanted to take a look at. Fear stops us from dusting these cobwebs off. So we have to be resolved, right? Trust the feeling. Prayer, focus, meditation is focus. Stillness will expand your awareness as well. So I'm going to be using the gorgeous angel cards that Cheryl got for me, which I absolutely love. I use these two. I don't often read for myself, but I will if I'm like in a yes/no scenario where the answers don't come, really, really easily. So I'll use this deck. I just love it so much. So we're going to see. Oh, look at this card trying to be over there. We'll pull 3 cards and see what's going on for you. October just really is the magnification of all things power, leadership, tapping into like just monumental strength we didn't know exist. 9 of Wands. Yeah, look at that. Eight of Cups, definitely moving towards what's good for us and moving away from what no longer serves us. And then Four of Cups too, being careful of lack mentality or boredom or feeling like we don't have enough time, attention, or money, right? This is really about allocating everything that has meaning a time slot, and things that don't, eradicating it. That's huge on this. Like, listen, I'm guilty of the same things where if I have a thing of time and I click on TV and I'll start watching it and then time escapes me. And then my body will get stiff because I'm in that position for so long watching it. Because what happens is we can be multitasking and be doing a whole bunch of things kind of half-assed instead of one thing really good. So this is saying, let's really, really enjoy this moment. Let's smell this fresh air. Let's be, for a lot of you guys, I feel like this is being emotionally invested in there and participating in conversations with family, friends, people at work, really being an active listener, because it's so easy to zone out, right? And then be like, what the hell did that person just say? It really is. It is our nature to start to always be planning and oscillating and thinking and going on to the next thing. But again, with this Nine of Wands too, we have to be in a place where we feel fortified. I always like when I go with the image on some of these cards because they're so neat, and some places just aren't as cozy, comfortable, or helpful as they used to be. You know, we will always go back to behaviors that we already know, places we already know out of comfort, right? Have you ever just done that? Like, oh, I'm always going to the drive-thru at Donuts Delight when there's a million other restaurants. It's like, why aren't I trying those? It's, again, those habits. So this is trying new things and really veering away. I'm going to split the deck in the middle and see what's going on for a clarifier of this. Yeah, don't get overwhelmed by choice. Choices are great, and when we really identify them as something that, oh wow, I get a say in what's going on. I get to see what's really appealing to me and what holds interest. Because sometimes if we're too uncentered, we'll start something and think, oh well, I'm just going to stick with it, right? We'll just grit our teeth. But this is really about being aligned, being educated, being inspired, being kind of regulated, supervising yourself, training yourself to not get fear of missing out, not to overwhelm yourself, not to go back to the habitual thing. If I don't have new things, I'll be bored. We have so much great resources at our fingertips. We just need to identify. Go in old bins, go in your attic. You're going to find really neat things. And I feel like you're going to attain that peace of mind and structure that's going to help you showcase your talents and really use your time wisely. And you're going to reduce all the waste in a lot of things, because now is a huge time of initiation and you're really just going to be going for it. And focus is everything, because focus is just saying you refuse to be sidetracked by silly things, by low vibrations, by second guessing yourself, by perfectionism. You're giving yourself this kind of, it's like accelerated activity. Like, I'm going to, as soon as I think of something, if I'm inclined to do that and I know it has meaning and purpose, going right to it. You are not sitting there and going, well, let me write the outline for 16 years on how I might do this. No, you're jumping right in, which is beautiful. And I feel like you're just customizing your life to bring you more joy and more relaxation as well, because you're focused on the things you need to be. When you do them much more swiftly and much more carefully, and therefore you're bringing in the results a lot faster. Group one. I love that. I love that energy so much for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome, you guys. Don't forget to press like and subscribe if you're new. And if you're one of my oldies but goodies, thank you guys for all your love and devotion and your comments. It means the world to me. And also, I would love for you guys to come over on Instagram and get on all the jewelry giveaways. Today I'm going to be choosing, and just by subscribing over here and following me over there, you're automatically entered. I'm going to be choosing both the winners for the 3-piece white topaz set, and a super surprise for the people that started following Tigra and his great readings over there. He's a new reader and he's just such a happy free spirit. I adore his readings. They're really, really lovely. So that is you guys. So I'm going to have a sip of water and then we're going to go on to spiritual guides. Look at these cards falling out. I'm going to have that card for you guys just because that sucker flew out. Ooh! That's crazy. It got stuck in my book and it was the Ace of Pentacles. So you guys, let's just start with that in terms of your money and your finances and ideas and feeling good and feeling situated within that too, because that's really important. Now, spiritual guides are also going to be helping you in these endeavors to coordinate things for you. And they're kind of going to like oversee and pilot you. And you're going to have these great intuitive hits and you're just going to follow them, right? You can be as spiritually connected as you decide to be. I'm telling you that. I have those days, if I want to be heavy in the 3D and I'm being super empathic and feeding off negative energy, that pulls me away from that. I want to amend that and restructure my days so I feel strengthened and attached to that. And that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to get these great messages that provide you and lead you to success. It's going to, again, surpass that old energy of distraction and or perfectionism and or people of lower vibration getting you off your kind of balance beam of life and spirituality. It's almost like you formulated a new headspace where you're just not allowing for that. That's it. You're like, I'm just not doing that because, our spiritual guides are absolutely amazing. They've been regarded as messengers from the divine for an eternity, right? So I feel like this is you expecting good news in terms of those beautiful spirit guides just following you around, trying to help you, trying to propel you into big wins. Again, coordinating your life. So, you're being almost like pre-programmed to go to things that are optimal for you, that bring you love, that bring you luck, that bring you finances, because that's definitely coming in for you in a big way. And I'm going to pull some of Cheryl's beautiful angel cards, and we're going to see what else is coming on. Yeah, it's like you're reshaping your life to this unified person that you're meant to be. You're not second guessing yourself. You're not saying yes when you want to say no. You're developing a new sense of structure in your days where you're like, what's the next best thing? What can I do? What's going to be helpful for me? Did I eat yet? Am I hydrated? Why am I doubting this? Why do I have fear in this? Recognizing things. You're going to be supremely great at reading other people's emotions. You're going to be able to avoid heartache or heartbreak, and you're getting over it completely. Look at this 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, I need to get the third card, but I'm already hearing some very, very great messages. Okay, so now we have the Knave of Wands. So we're going to have some passion coming in. Definitely, this is your money sector too. But this is you being able to avoid through super great, your spidey senses when people are coming up and might want something for you or are interested or acting interested. You're going to be able to decipher right away whether these people are authentic and real or not, hence saving you heartbreak and feeling bad and also feeling like you can't trust your judgment, because now is when you really can. And it's leading you to this sparkling new love for a lot of you guys. And this person that's coming in is really, it's genuine passion. It's not a joke. This is like, it's almost like your trust in yourself and your intuition is rehabilitated, because you're going to have all these little wins that bring you up, that directed you towards more money. Again, this beautiful coached, counseled, directed kind of energy by all your spirit guides and your intuition that's really on fire, bringing you to this love, to this prosperity, like on a huge scale. I mean, you are outperforming and exceeding some of your wildest dreams, you guys, when it comes to success and business and money right now. I'm really excited. I mean, you've persevered and now the yield is coming in and it's time for you to acquire all this stuff. And again, you're engineering this because you're deciding what is my next best thing, and I don't have to rush. That email comes in, I don't have to respond right away. I'm not obligated to anybody. I can breathe, take it easy, and ascertain what I need to do and what direction to move in. Real good breathing space for yourself so you can, further your peace of mind, your balance, and rally when you need it. That's why I decided from the get-go when I was doing private readings that I was going to do them just like this, do them in a video when it was optimal for me, because on phone chats it's not always optimal. And if that's how I ran my business, I would just be scheduled all day. Oh, I have this 11 o'clock with so-and-so, at 12 o'clock, at 1 o'clock. And I didn't want a super structured day where I had to be glued to a phone. This way, if I felt like doing a read at 6 in the morning or at midnight, I can do it when the time is ripe. And that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be really honing in on when the time is ripe to do certain things, and then activating and going in and really having this resolve to have follow through, and all these benefits are going to be boosted for you. You're just like, I feel like your keyword is maximize. You are maximizing everything, your potential, your money, and everything in a really big way, group 2. I love that for you. Yes. Look at that. You got the Pentacles. You're going to avoid stubbornness and heartbreak and deception because you're really listening to your spirit guides and your higher self. So gorgeous energy. Group 2, that is you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. You guys know my links are down below. Everything else is down there. My Instagram, which you can win free jewelry every single week. I'm going to be doing the drawing today on that. My Etsy store. Thank you guys for all your great feedback and ordering all your fairy earrings. I'm so excited. They're so cool. Those fairy wing earrings. They're amazing. So everything else is down there. And if you have any questions on anything you've ever seen me post or wear in a video, just DM me, and I can duplicate pretty much anything that I have made in the past as well. So that is that, you guys. Yeah, you're following. Let's go. Maximize, maximize, maximize is your keyword for sure. Okay, you guys, now we're on to number 3, which is freedom. And I love this. We all need this. We need freedom of choice. We need freedom of movement. We need to be able to be who we are, when we want, and how we want to do that. Nobody likes restrictions. And I feel like now is your time, Free yourself from these old habits, repressing rules, people hold you back. It's really time to go for your dreams. And you're also going to shed conventions and restrictions that go beyond what's expected of you. You're going to be thinking really outside of the box and independently, and starting your own businesses as well. We all need to express ourselves as the beautiful human beings we are. There's no mistakes on the journey to freedom, only lessons that we learn. So don't beat yourself up. We have to free our mind from negative and belittling beliefs. When our thoughts are bound up by fear, our hardships become a reality. When we live our reality for other people and what's expected of us, that becomes a harsh reality for us, because we're not meant to have our parents or grandparents live vicariously through us, okay? Give yourself permission to fail by using your free will as many times as you want. Do better the second time. If you're writing a book and everybody gets rejection on some level, especially if you're creative, keep going. I mean, honestly, it's crazy when you think of J.K. Rowling and you think of some of these people that just ended up being so uber successful. Didn't start off easy, so free yourself from these limiting beliefs, and we're going to see what's going on. We got 8 of Wands. Nice balance, 4 of Swords. You're going to need rest at times, and this is giving yourself permission to rest. And the Moon, great intuition coming in here. Yeah, it's like, let me start with the Moon, because a lot of things, I feel like you're going to be briefed by your guides all the time, and they're really campaigning for the strongest you. And the more you listen and you tap into that, you're going to feel much more well-defined, like everything is illustrated in front of you, and you can just step out and be so free and be yourself and be authentic and feel light. And it's almost like, if you were a lonely witch and you found your coven, that sort of energy. The wind is really picking up, so I got to make sure I have some rocks holding these. But this Moon card is definitely about you developing and devising and initiating these great rituals and plans that benefit you spectacularly on an emotional front, where you just it's like you keep putting check marks by the yes, I'm eating well, yes, I'm hydrating, yes, I'm exercising, yes, I'm thinking my best thoughts, and when something negative comes in, I physically picture myself kicking it out with a boot and replacing that with it's only a thought. And we just get that, where there's a million adjectives and verbs out there, and they'll always filter through our mind, but we don't have to accept the things that are unacceptable. You're reorganizing like your standards, pretty much. Like, I'm not going to eat all this stuff that's just left over, do all the work, or be a dog's body. Listen, I have to teach other people how to treat me, and what I've accepted in the past may not be what is acceptable now, right? You've consulted with your inner self and decided there's some inequalities in some areas in your life, perhaps where you're doing the lion's share of things, and you're done with that. You're doing some swift calculations and revisions, which is nice, because it's going to help you target and win free time for yourself, and also for you to really rectify past getting in the wrong lane. Because I've done this. I mean, I would come in and just try to make everything nice for everybody, take out all the garbage, do all the dishes, do all this stuff, start laundry, and I'm working a full-time job, and then I would be like, people started to take that for granted and be entitled to it, and then actually even comment when everything wasn't done. And then that's when I started to realize, whoa, you've positioned yourself into a dog's body of doing everything for everybody. So you need to not do that, because also the level of appreciation goes down when anything's just made to look like it happens with ease. People take it for granted. So, you're going to let other people contribute and pilot in a new way, right? Sometimes we just get programmed to do that. If we like things clean and done, we just do that. We're like, it's necessary if we want it done, and you always hear that adage, if you want something done, ask a busy person, because they'll just fit it in their schedule. They'll just do it. It'll be part and parcel. But you are implementing time for rest. It really is. This Four of Swords is really saying, take your time, have that cool free day. Where I have a float day where I'm serious. I just do artwork and I read and I watch programs and I sit outside, and I don't do anything that's emotionally challenging, because the rest of my week usually is. Things of that nature. Where I ever feel pressure, I totally stay clear of that. You should be doing that too. And I feel like you're just going to map out a really wonderful time. Like, you're going to have enchantment in your life. You're going to have this, alluring, celestial, charming energy, because you're partaking in things that give you joy and that you find fun, right? And that you find interesting. Like, one of the things that I have, these radiant, crazy days when I do silly things. I'll go for a walk on the beach. I'll get the best coffee. And I love home goods for some reason. I just love all their weird little fun, funky things. Their blankets, their Halloween stuff. And just look and touch and see everything and float around and daydream and listen to music, and those are my lost days, and I need those once a week so I can decompress. You're going to do that too. But I also feel, I raised my hand to go point to a card, and Moonbeams put her head down at the same time, and I whacked her in the head, and she was just like, please don't. Okay, I'm just going to reiterate 2 seconds of what I just said, because I don't know how this happened. My phone is on a special do not interrupt, but it rang anyway. So I'm just talking about, give yourself this rest day so you can just, feel all the little exquisite nuances that are around you. Because you're not rushed and you haven't let in any appointments, or you haven't let anything that's taxing for you. Just a blue ribbon, blooming, bewitching day where you're just watching and observing, and there's no tasks for you. That's really important, because you're becoming this person that is understanding that it is so necessary to slow everything down and stop producing and working to be able to enjoy life more. You ever just have that day where it's like you're barely getting your cup of coffee made before you're out that door in that car, and you just do that hustle all day long till your head hits the pillow? Do you even remember that blurring, dizzying day, because it was just so jam-packed with everything? And the one thing about humanity too is, as we tend to go on as we started. So if we just started recklessly, haphazardly, and busy, we get that frenetic energy and we're not enjoying what we're doing. So this is the opposite of that. Our beautiful intuition floating, this is like a creme brulee day. Have that, because I feel like you're going to have a lot of spellbinding, magical moments that come in, and they're really going to be sweet and like tantalizing, like conversations that make you laugh, interactions with people that you never really understood before, but you have slowed your roll and now you're really truly listening. There's this huge present moment awareness. It really is, because now you have the freedom to just pivot and say, this conversation isn't for me, bye. Or, like, wow, I really want to talk about astrology, and then you guys get in these great conversations. Just really feeling good. Dazzling, crackling energy everywhere, and you're really plugged into it. So this is also really, really off the charts, great creativity time for you. This October, people that are meant to become famous are going to become famous. People that are meant to grab a platform and express what they want and get super noticed, that's happening. People that before felt a little shy or inhibited, forget it. The cap is off that son of a gun, and they are off and running. It really is. This Aries energy is like, get it. Just ravish life and get out there. And you feel the pleasing nature of life. And because of that, you become hungry for more, participating. You don't want to sit back in the driver's seat anymore. You want to drive. And that's what's happening. And you're having this beautiful restoration day and time. So things are more lovely and calm. And what does it for me, like nothing else, is just going out and sitting in a lawn chair and just being in nature. Slows everything down. Super calming, super grounding. And that just even being in your car, stopping by a beach, stopping by a lake or a forest if it's cold, and just looking out at nature and knowing that, there's always this majesty in the universe. And when we want to see it, all we have to do is open our eyes and be present moment aware. And you are going to be king of that. Absolutely 100%. Easy, beautiful energy to make things happen in a really artistic and agreeable way. Yeah, just daring and courageous energy, and just things that seemed dim before are going to seem to glow to you because you're really paying attention. So I love that energy for you, group 3. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Melanie. I appreciate you guys watching my video. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. Subscribe really helps me out and helps my algorithm. I would love for you to come over on Instagram and get away with all my jewelry. I do weekly giveaways with jewelry, got a provisions box, free readings, everything. It's a nice platform for me to be able to give back and talk to people and meet people. And I just absolutely love and adore you guys over there. And thank you for all your love and support, you guys. I'm really excited. This October, I want you to comment if you just feel this energy. It's like crackling. It's like, you know, you feel like you're revved up, like at the starting gate. Like, remember when we were younger and we had field day, how your heart would palpitate before you started that 3-legged race or whatever? That's what I feel like for the last 3 days. Comment down below if you feel that supercharged energy. All right, you guys, love and light. I'm going to go upload.